You know, inside the incredibly complex and elegant architecture of the human body, a story of change is unfolding every single day. We're about to take a journey deep inside this system to understand not only how aging affects the way we move, but how one single, simple action can reawaken the body's own natural strength.
We've all heard this, right? For years, many of us have believed that for exercise to even count, it has to be intense, it has to be exhausting, it has to leave you drenched in sweat. But what if that idea, especially after the age of 50, isn't just a little misleading? What if it's actually the very thing that causes so many of us to stop moving altogether?
And this really gets to the heart of the problem. You see, the central challenge as we get older isn't just about muscle loss. We all know about that. It's something much more subtle. It's muscle inactivity. Key muscle groups, especially all along the back of your body, they just gradually stop firing. They go quiet, and that leads to a loss of mobility, a loss of strength, and the very stability that holds our posture upright.
So if the problem is that muscles have gone inactive, the solution isn't necessarily a more punishing workout. It's a smarter one. It's a simple, often forgotten movement that directly wakes up those sleeping muscles. It's called the reverse tabletop.
So why this one? Well, first off, you don't need any equipment, and it's incredibly gentle on your joints. But the real magic is in its efficiency. It activates multiple, critical muscle groups all at the same time, essentially helping the body remember how to work as one single, coordinated system again.
Okay, so now let's go deeper. Let's actually visualize what is happening inside the body when you do this movement. As we walk through each of these 5 benefits, just watch how specific systems light up, revealing the truly profound impact of this one simple exercise.
First, and this is probably the most important part, it wakes up the body's silent muscles. After years of sitting, that whole posterior chain, we're talking about the glutes, the hamstrings, the muscles of your upper back, they just become dormant. Now, watch in this visualization. As we perform the reverse tabletop, it sends a signal to these areas, lighting them up. It's not just about strengthening them, it's about reminding them to get back in the game.
Next, let's look at what happens in the upper body. Our daily habits, driving, typing, looking at our phones, cause our shoulders to slump forward and our chest to tighten up. Well, as the body lifts into this position, the arms press from behind, creating what's called shoulder extension. This gently opens up the chest and fires up the upper back, directly counteracting that constant forward pull and restoring mobility to the shoulder joint.
Now let's focus on the spine itself. You know, poor posture isn't something that just happens. It's usually the result of a muscular imbalance. This movement actively strengthens the exact muscles that support your spinal alignment, your glutes and your upper back stabilizers. So you're not just thinking about standing up straight anymore, you're actually building the physical foundation that makes good posture feel natural, feel effortless.
A lot of people hear core strength and they immediately think of six-pack abs. But real core strength, it's about creating a stable, protective corset for your spine. As the hips lift here, you can see the entire core musculature, the front, the back, and the sides, all engaged to keep the body stable. That is functional strength. It's training your core to support and protect your lower back in everything you do.
And this all leads to what might be the most profound benefit of all, functional integration. Just watch how the hips, the spine, and the shoulders have to work in perfect coordination to make this lift happen. This isn't just an isolated bicep curl. It's the body relearning how to move as one connected system. It's retraining the brain and the muscles to communicate, building confident and efficient patterns for movement.
All right, so knowing the why is the first step. Now, let's dive into the blueprint, the how. How do we perform this movement safely and get the most out of it? The goal here isn't speed. It's all about slow, controlled, and intentional action.
Okay, let's walk through it. You're going to start seated with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Place your hands on the floor just a little bit behind your hips. Now, as you exhale, press down evenly through your hands and your feet to lift your hips up toward the ceiling. The goal is to make a straight line from your shoulders all the way to your knees, really squeezing your glutes and engaging your core. Hold that position for 3 to 5 steady seconds, and then, with complete control, slowly lower back down.
So where do you start? A really great starting point is just 6 to 8 repetitions. The focus here is 100% on the quality and the control of the movement. As you get stronger and more confident, you can gradually work your way up to 10 or 12 reps. But always remember, consistency is so much more important than quantity.
You see, this one exercise really points to a bigger, more empowering philosophy.
It's about aging by design. The goal isn't just to get older, it's to do it with strength and vitality. And that means understanding that our bodies respond best not to punishment, but to smarter, more intentional movement.
And this really shows that fundamental difference in approach. Instead of focusing on pure exhaustion and strain, we shift our focus to control and function. Instead of working muscles one by one in isolation, we train the body to move as the integrated system it was designed to be. It's a huge shift from just pushing harder to actually moving smarter.
This entire philosophy really rests on 3 simple pillars. First, good daily habits. Things like sleep and nutrition that give your body the fuel and the time to recover. Second, choosing functional strength movements that actually support the things you do in the real world. And third, really embracing consistency over intensity, because it's the small, steady efforts that compound over time into powerful, lasting change.
So here's the main takeaway. Taking care of your body isn't about punishment or extremes. It's about respect. It's about choosing actions that honor your body's brilliant design and support its own innate capacity for strength. Every single intentional movement you make is an investment in your independence, your mobility, and your quality of life for all the years to come.
And that just leaves us with one final question to think about. It doesn't have to be a big workout. It doesn't have to be a complicated routine. Just what is one intentional movement you will make today to reconnect with your body's strength?